Hey guys, Joebizz34 back yet again, and as promised, I said I would do a video exclusively focusing on this guy, and man, this guy's a beast. And this is One's Custom's latest Hobo Myers, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 Myers head sculpt, and he's made a couple different variations, you know, the revolver one, or the one where the mask is still whole but kind of rotting, and then there's, you know, this one. I like this one actually the best right now, and I'll explain why in a minute, but this is the one where it's kind of ripping away, and you could start seeing his face underneath. His eye is peeking out, and the hair coming out from underneath, which even there, which is kind of cool. So you see the mask hair, and then you see the real hair kind of coming through, which is how it happened in the movie. Looks like he went a little lighter this time. He went more with a blonder hair look, but it's actually kind of cool because it contrasts the color of the mask and the head, the hair on the mask better. So you could tell the difference between. There's like a contrast between the real hair and the fake mask hair. So it's kind of a wise move, I think, that he did that. And the reason why I like this version the best is because you kind of get the best of both worlds with this. If you're into this kind of look, you know, you got the original mask look right here before, but then on this side you kind of have, you know, the unmasked look. So it's a little bit of both. Kind of, you can see the hole there where it's kind of starting to decay in the middle of the mask there, where you see his forehead peeking through. Really cool detail. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, he's always made really great head sculpts and full figures, of course. And he's done great Hobo Myers in the past, but this one really, this latest one really kind of supersedes expectations as far as detail. And you know, he's made a fully unmasked version, which looks awesome. Which one, if you're ever watching this, I wouldn't mind one of those at some point. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And like I said, he makes the one where the mask is still kind of complete, and one with like the bloodier mask. So it's kind of cool if you have this and you want to pick up other head sculpts as you go along. You can kind of build ultimate, you know, like an ultimate Hobo Myers and have the multiple heads to trade off. But for now, this is my favorite one to have. Like I said, because it's best of both worlds. It gives you a little peek of the detail of his face, you know, as well as the mask. So really cool. Now, as far as completing the figure, it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for David Tucker, who's been doing some great tailoring work and some customizations of his own. Been around for a while as C Creations. I've been buying stuff from him from years, like here and there, mainly parts, but he's been doing some full figures lately, and he's been using a lot of head sculpts that he compliments a lot of artists that make head sculpts that maybe is hard to find an outfit for. So he steps in and he does the outfit to help you complete the actual figure. So we all know at one point One made full figures of Hobo Myers, but he doesn't make full figures all the time. And sometimes when he does, you may not be able to, at that time, afford the full figure, since the prices get pretty high, you know, these days, especially with the work that One's doing. He's killing it. So as an alternative, you know, you can get the other parts that you need to kind of make the figure whole. So as you could see here, David Tucker supplied the, you know, he gave me the choice, and I just went for the whole kit because I really don't have as much time these days to kind of customize. I still do it here and there. As you can see, my Leatherface that I showed in the other review vid I posted, you know, I did this myself. But, you know, I've had this figure for a while, and I've had time to kind of upgrade it here and there. Also, One's Custom's head sculpt, by the way. I did mention that in my other vid. But like something like this, you know, you need time and patience, or you need to pay a lot of money, you know, for the parts little by little. So, you know, David, really cool guy, easy to work with. You know, he gives you a price, and he basically leaves it up to you. He's like, you know, you can either get the coveralls, you can get the set, you can add on and pay for the shoes, the weathering, and then even the body. So he has a hookup to these bodies that are similar to the size, I guess, of Bane. Like a Hot Toys Bane body, he told me, that he's used for these, and that's what he built this up on. So he basically took care of the clothing, and sent me the body and the shoes, and then it was just a matter of crowning it with the jewel, the crown jewel on the top, which is One's Custom's awesome head sculpt. And David Tucker supplied the knife too, and as you can see here, he bloodied it up and weathered it. And he gives you the choice, like if you want it clean and you want to weather it yourself, because I bought other things from David recently as far as for Myers, and you know, I took it clean because I wanted to do the weathering, But in this case, I figured since we were going for broke here, we wanted to kind of build up a special figure. I just let him go nuts with it because I loved the pictures he showed me and other ones he did. And as you can see here, he's got this little blanket that he had in the movie, the hood on the vest there. It's got the right kind of pattern, the crisscross pattern on the vest. The only thing I'm not sure about is I've seen other Hobo Myers that others have done, and one's customs, and they use like a camouflage, kind of like an army outfit camouflage kind of pattern on the vest. I'm not sure if that's accurate or if it's more accurate to just be a solid green, or if it just looked camouflage in the movie because maybe it was dirty in spots, so it gave it that camouflage look. Because if you look closely here, there is sort of a subtle camouflage pattern in there. So, but, you know, I can't tell if that's just weathering or if, you know, if that he did that or what. From a distance, it kind of comes off more of just a solid kind of like hunter light green. But it looks awesome nonetheless. And you can see later, I mean, he didn't miss a detail here. Here's the blue jacket underneath that. There's the checkered red, like almost like a lumberjack kind of shirt underneath with the torn material here. Just like in the movie that you see it peeking through, and it peeks out through the sleeves here. Really awesome. You know, the coveralls underneath are the accurate coveralls that, you know, he wears in part 1. You know, that David weathered. I don't want to rip it off too much, but I just wanted to give you a peek under there so you could see. I mean, if I technically wanted to, I could take the clothing off and turn him into a part 1 Myers if I wanted to. So, whoop, and he's going to take a nosedive here. So you can see the weathering he did on the outfit and the shoes. So really nice, really coherent. You know, everything looks like one piece. And to be honest with you, it works. It works really well with one's head sculpt on the top. It looks like a complete full figure. You know, it's like it's a perfect marriage. So, you know, hit one up if you want, you know, get one of these head sculpts. And if you want to get the outfit separately, hit up David Tucker. He's on Facebook. He has a website, C Creations. So he's around. You can, you can reach him very easily. He's not hard to find, and he'll hook you up. But this is the. I futzed it a bit. You know, I made him a little fuller because, as I discussed, some people were saying that his shoulders weren't wide enough. So I did make sure the vest kind of was adjusted a bit and had the jacket underneath show a little bit. So if anybody else has one right now and wants to make them look a little more beefier, just kind of beef up the shoulders a bit and have the jacket kind of, you know, supersede the vest a bit, so you could see the shoulder span, because the green vest does hide the shoulders a bit, so that kind of made them look a little thinner. But it's not David's fault as far as the tailoring or the body. It's just a little positioning, you know. So for people that have one already or think he's not, you know, big enough, that's really all you need to do. Other than that, the figure's perfect, and really all I had to do was put the head on. So I want to thank you guys, and David, for hooking me up with this. It's a beautiful figure. He's quite tall, as you could see, because when you put him next to Leatherface, he's a little taller than Leatherface, and Leatherface's mask causes his head to kind of lift up a little higher, and he's on a stand. So you figure if you give him another, like, look about there, you could see he's got some, you know, height to him. So he definitely has that the right body type and the right height for the actor, you know, that plays, what is his name, Tyler Mane? I forgot his name. I think it's Tyler Mane, who used to be, I think, a wrestler in real life. So in any case, there you have it. One's Customs and David Tucker's hybrid figure, Hobo Myers, as seen in part 2 of Rob Zombie's remake. I don't like the movie as much as I like the figure. Let's just leave it there. But the look of the figure kicks ass, and I'm glad I have him back in my collection. All right, guys. Until next time, this is Joebizz34. Peace out.